Summer camp in Memphis looks to teach our youngsters practical ways to incorporate nonviolence in their daily lives. This year alone, Action News 5 has reported a handful of instances involving youth and gun violence. Action News 5's Michaela Redmond joins us live tonight from I Am a Man Plaza downtown. And Michaela, the camp focuses on the life and the teachings of the late Reverend James Lawson Jr., the strategist and key figure in the sanitation workers' strike of 1968 and an influential leader from the civil rights movement, right?
Joe, that's correct. Organizers tell me they want our youth to understand that nonviolence is strength. They say that's what Reverend Lawson taught other civil rights activists. His words are still on full display here at the I Am a Man Plaza. The camp is taking place from July 13th through the 16th at St. Luke's United Methodist Church in Memphis. It's being put on by United Methodist Neighborhood Centers of Memphis. This is the first annual camp, and it's called A Walk into Nonviolence, having children ages 5 through 12 participate in engaging activities and lessons, and also exploring principles from the life and teachings of Reverend Lawson. Lawson ministered in Memphis from 1962 to 1974, and organizers say he was hailed by Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. as the foremost strategist in nonviolence in America. Organizers say Memphis has struggled with violence for too long, and they believe this camp will help children avoid a life of crime sooner and lead to an overall better Memphis.
We should have been doing this all along. This is something that's so relevant today in our current state and national situation, to stand for conflict resolution, and not just that, but putting an end to this violence.
Registration is still open for the camp. Organizers say they have 17 children registered and are hoping to reach at least 24. Now, the camp is from 9 in the morning until 1 in the afternoon. Organizers say they hope to turn this into a yearly event every year and are hoping to add future camps, including for parents. Reporting live in downtown Memphis, Michaela Redmond, Action News 5.